Good morning, I'm PolarizedMoon and welcome back to Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. So there's some more main story quests to go do, so we're gonna head to the command room and see what we've got. Apparently we can also go to Lucille now, as just like a regular mission that we can do.
Thank you all for coming. Today I'd like to discuss our surveys of Halpha's various regions. Specifically, how we might better leverage them against the Dolls and the Starless.
Is there something wrong with how we're doing that?
Well, there's no problem with the intel, but our methods have been uncoordinated and frankly inefficient. Which is why I've begun the formation of a joint research team.
A fine idea, but every team needs a leader, yes? Who will that be?
That's a good question. But before I address it, I'd first like to talk about one of our research team members from Alio.
Huh?
Which one? Oh, of course. You're reinstating her?
Yes, I guess you could say that. She and I discussed it, and came to an agreement.
So, does that mean she's free now?
That's right.
Yay!
I'll need her to give me updates, but otherwise, it's business as usual.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Would it be alright if we helped out with her research too? The three of us should be together, right?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. I'll need to check my schedule.
I'll need you two to focus on your own duties.
Oh.
What?
What are our own duties?
I'll need you to lean into your
Oh,
role
that's right.
as our guardian against the stars.
I'm the guardian again.
And Aina, I'll need you to look after our new trainees.
Then I'll do it. I'll lead that research team.
Glenn?
I've handed over combat command to
I really like that
anyway.
desk.
I've got nothing but time on my hands.
I would love that desk.
I'll take care of Manon too.
It would be a tremendous help.
Let me know if you get any other volunteers.
Will do.
Guess I will be the only one. Ina, probably need your help occasionally. I'll be counting on you.
Glenn.
Aw.
But in the meantime, just handle whatever Crawford needs you to do. You bear the weight of Ark's future on your shoulders now.
Aw.
Yeah, I know.
Are we done here? We'll figure out the details once we get the team together.
Right. We'll decide the particulars of an action plan later.
Okay. So, is that all the main quest? Or no, we're probably gonna go see Manon also. There's also some new sub-stories that are kind of sprinkled around. So I want to do some of those as well. I also want to do the Lucille quests, so there's quite a few things that we want to do. Let's take a look at the map here. Ina, Chapter 6, Crawford, Chapter 6. I don't know if there are any in the other places, because they only show up if we go there. So, oh, and there's Dozer out over there. Alright, so let's go do one of these quick. I'm assuming his is back in here. Might as well talk to Crawford. I do love this desk. I want this desk so much. If I were good at building things, I would build this desk. I have no room in my house that I don't it would have to be a corner desk. Actually, it would be really nice for a corner desk. But yeah. All right, Crawford, what do you got for me? Oh. Hi.
Oh, hello. You came at just the right time. Do you have a minute to talk?
Sure.
Faria here was just telling me more about the Starless.
So far, it's been familiar information.
Because it's very similar to the dolls.
But Any scrap of info at this point helps a great deal. I thought it might be a good idea to share it with you, our guardian. Is there anything in particular you would like to know about the Starless?
Where do they come from? Yeah, I want to know where they came from.
They suddenly appeared from outside of human space, seemingly from nowhere.
Alternate reality, maybe? Different timeline?
And then they began attacking, seemingly without reason. That was 500 years ago now.
Okay.
Sadly, humans at the time were no match for them. And those on the periphery were, suffice it to say, many lives were lost in the remote star systems.
Makes sense. Does that mean the other regions fought them off?
Right, but
But...
the inner regions were mostly left untouched.
Uh-oh.
There wasn't exactly a fight, per se.
Did they, like, make an explosion or something?
After the Starless destroyed the border star systems, they began to expand their offensive, even farther afield.
So they... further. So they have, like, a bubble around the inner...
Until one day, they suddenly disappeared.
Did they go into hiding somewhere?
Good question.
We don't know.
That's what people at the time suspected. They even carried out a large-scale search. But despite their best efforts, they couldn't find so much as a trace
Until
of them.
now.
Indeed, there was no evidence of retreat, nor any indication that they were in
They went
hiding.
back to wherever they came from.
It seems as though the Starless simply vanished without a trace.
Okay.
Regardless, the fact remains that they attacked without warning and killed billions of people. Some people saw that as reason enough to take action. And so, Resurgent Arcs was formed. But that's a long story, in and of itself. Why don't we take a little break for now?
That's good. I need to go talk to...
We can continue.
Yeah, I
again
need to go talk to
when
Manon,
you're
so... we'll learn more about that in the future. So there's something else going on. So he's got another one. But we will continue on with the main story. I think we'll alternate. So every time we get one of the main story, we'll go do one of those little side things. Hello. Whoa.
Manon! Aina. And you,
Oh, she's got a new outfit. They're deliberately not showing us. We want to reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
So, what's with the outfit?
Crawford gave it to me.
Aw.
And the old one was from Resurgent.
Oh, she wanted to
so-
distance herself.
Gotcha.
Makes sense. Looks good on you.
Huh?
I do like it.
I like the old one, but this one's pretty nice too.
Thank you.
Are you free right now? We've got so much to talk about.
I guess we do. But I can't right now. Glenn wants to talk to me about the new research team we're forming.
Makes sense.
Oh, right. We volunteered to help out with that too, but he wouldn't let us.
You two have your own duties to attend to, right? It's probably best if you focus on those.
Okay.
Aw. We've been a trio up until now.
Will you be alright by yourself?
So, Aina and maybe Manon are both kind of
I guess so.
a little upset that we're being split up. Something on your mind?
Something on my mind? I'm just afraid to face everyone. What I did to the people of Helfa was absolutely unpardonable.
Don't say that. It wasn't your fault. Everyone still considers you a friend.
Even if that's true, it doesn't change what I did. I don't know if I can ever make up for it,
Aw.
or what to do with all my guilt.
You don't have to do this alone.
I know. But I can't help it.
Aw.
There you are, man.
Glenn, I'm sorry. I'll get going.
You know where it is?
Yeah.
Or it? What's it? Aw. Hi.
Hey, Glenn. Is she always like this lately?
I think she's still trying to feel the situation out. Some people still don't trust her, you know?
It's understandable.
But what about all she's done for Alpha?
Keep an eye on her for us.
Way ahead of you on that one. Look, I have my own feelings on the matter. But I can't deny how much you three have helped. I'll take care of everything. Don't worry.
Oh, I do like him. I also love the huge zipper on his back. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, it looks like a big costume piece.
I just hope she doesn't bottle everything up like she always does. I know Glenn said not to worry, but I think we should check in sometimes. I know you care about her too.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we have alliance spaces now. Ooh. Oh, so that was all of the main story we've got? It looks like. Well, we might as well finish up some of these. And then I'll go around probably in between this episode and the next episode and see if there's anything anywhere else.
People were traumatized by the Starless attack 500 years ago. Some of those people formed what would go on to become resurgent arcs. That much we've covered already, right? Can you continue, Feria?
Yes.
Okay.
Resistance to the Starless threat developed and manifested in various ways. Zepheto was part of one such resistance movement.
Resistance movement. Does that mean there's multiples then?
He had also participated in the war against the Starless. Zepheto was concerned about the decline in military capability and photon power at the time.
Decline in photon power?
A great war had taken place 1,000 years prior, with a long period of peace afterward.
Okay, so that would be the events of PSO2. The battle with Dark Falls and the Profound Darkness.
And it is believed that photon power declined because people no longer needed to fight.
Additionally, without an enemy, there's no need for much of a military.
Makes sense.
Zepheto began to study the most powerful unit in that ancient Great
Ah,
War
okay.
to see if he could find some way to counter the Starless.
So the most powerful unit in the ancient war would have been our character from that. Because as we've established now, many of the characters in this are clones of old ARCS members.
That unit was ARCS.
Oh, unit as in a banded unit, not just a single
His goal
unit.
was to restore it to its former power.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so began resurgent arcs.
Zepheto claimed that the odds of the Starless reappearing in the next 500 years were high. He boasted that ARCS was uniquely suited to counter the Starless threat. Resurgent ARCS became a rallying point for people who shared such sentiments.
Why did he think they would reappear?
His research was obsessively focused on the Starless's movement patterns.
Okay, that makes sense.
There are significant space-time fluctuations which occur at certain intervals.
500 years.
Among them, some are large, and others
Space-time.
are small.
Okay, so is this... So the character... One thing that they never really go into in-depth about is that your character in the original... In the base game, has space-time powers. You can travel through time and space. As a player, you never really use it as like a gameplay mechanic, but as a character, your character has that power, That's why when you fight Dark Falls Persona, that character can slow down time and travel through stuff. It's like basically that version of you has unlocked that power, whereas the player version of you it's kind of a passive thing for your player. I wonder if that has something to do with the space-time stuff that they're talking about now. Ah, itchy.
The one 500 years ago was small.
He predicted that a major fluctuation would occur 500 years after that. And that brings us to the current emergence of the Starless.
So is the fluctuation just the appearance of Dark Falls, just in general? So like, so I guess in this instance, every 500 years, Dark Falls reappears and has an all-out war on the universe as a whole, and then is either defeated or does enough damage to retreat again. Because there are stories in earlier Phantasy Star games about how Dark Falls at some points had just won, just defeated enough people and then just kind of vanished. So I wonder if that has something to do with it.
The exact causal relationship between these two events is not well understood. Or at least, not by the Lysielans anyway.
Is there anything else about Zephetto?
I do not know any more than that. We had no interest in these sorts of matters. Before now, that is.
Meaning, Zephetto didn't make a point of it. Or perhaps, deliberately wanted to hide it. We may find more answers in Lucille's core.
Is this why we can do core, or the Lucille, explorations?
Can I trust you to continue helping us with our investigation, Feria?
Yes.
Oh, I like that. This shot is really cool. Okay. And I'm assuming that's the last one here. Yeah, alright. So, let's go see... no, let's go this way. Yeah, let's go up here and do this, whoever we're gonna see up here. And then we're gonna go to our alliance space. I do run an alliance here if you guys want to join it. We're on ship 3. I also run that through the Discord. We don't do a whole lot, but that we don't have a lot of people, so...
What about Zephetto?
What are you two talking about?
We were just talking about Zephetto.
This is actually a really good way to...
About what exactly he did on Helpa.
This is a good continuation of what we just did.
We thought it might give us some sort of hint for dealing with the Starless.
Good idea.
We've pieced together a lot from what we've learned from the Lysielans.
Okay.
The main problem is that there's just so much data to sift through. It's 500 years worth, after all. And most of that data no longer exists on Halpha.
So you've been active for that long?
The data really leaves no doubt. But one thing we've learned is that Zephetto wasn't always a caste.
We do know that's how how the castes work in this universe, in this timeline. You're born a human and then something happens and you can become a caste. Your essence or your brain or your soul or something, maybe your photons or whatever, can be placed into a robot body. That's not... I don't think that's how it functioned in PSO1, and I do think that that is how it functioned in some of the original games, because I do know that some of the androids in those actually just had like a brain in their head, like it was a clear dome with a brain in it. So maybe that's how that worked in that one. I'm not sure.
He made that change to extend his longevity for his experiments.
That's some dedication.
Yeah.
Yes, he was entirely committed to his work.
In the base game, in PSO2, people were kind of forcefully turned into castes. if their photon potential was too strong for their body. So, for example, you'd be a child, and your photon capacity was actually damaging your body. You were dying because you had so much power that was emanating out of you, is just killing you. So they would take your essence or whatever and put it into a robot body that wouldn't emanate or accumulate so much photon energy. I don't know if that's how all casts were made, but that's how some of them were, and some of the main characters were in that game.
In the beginning,
Ooh.
it looks like he did try to keep the Halpha experiments safe, but he wasn't getting the results he was looking for. When he developed the dolls, the experiments became something more like real warfare. A big turning point for that was when he introduced Dark Falls. It basically became survival of the fittest. Defenders who survived saw tremendous spikes in their photon power.
And so, that's why we were forced to fight against Dark Falls too.
I honestly could never forgive what Zephedo has done. But I can understand why he did it. As Aelio's leader, I understand doing whatever it takes. I feel the same about the people of Aelio.
So it's one thing to introduce this kind of training regiment for people who signed up for it and knew what they were getting into. The people on Halpha were not, seemingly at some point were no longer aware of why they were here. But it does seem like at some point they did know why they were here, and they had just lost that information over the hundreds of years. I wonder if Zephedo didn't know that the Arcs on Halpha no longer knew that why they were fighting the dolls in Dark Falls, or the Dark Falls, the fake one that he invented. So maybe he didn't know that they weren't doing it willingly. Maybe he didn't know that they were trying to fight back, like trying to just survive. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't.
Of course, I would never take things as far as he did. I heard that he said his wish had been fulfilled. If that's true, it means we can beat the Starless.
Oh, that's a good shot.
At least I hope so.
There's a lot of really great shots, and I don't know which one I'm going to use for my thumbnail for this episode. All right. So, we've got this one out here with Dozer. Yeah, let's go check out our Alliance space. There should literally be nothing here, so we'll see what the default is. I haven't checked this out yet. It's just a bigger... Oh, interesting. Post messages. Oh, interesting. Those are from, like, the base game. It's been a very long time. Or are they... Wait. Is that recent? No, that's 2020. That was a long time ago. Do I have any... change unlock theme. Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. And we've got some new items. There's a whole lot of them. And is this the same? Oh, it's an alliance board. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm the only one online. Is there anything in here? It's just empty. Yeah, it's empty. All right, cool. So I guess I'll build a really cool base out of this. I'll try to do that. Maybe I'll make an episode of deciding what we want this to turn into. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, post them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about it. So that was the building there. It's just like a double size from the default one from the creative spaces, or the personal creative spaces. So that'll be really cool. We'll see how that functions. I wonder if the point system is separated out for the alliance points. I have tons of Alliance badges that I've collected, and they haven't really had a whole lot to do with them. Visit the Genesis Point Exchange Shop. That's here, right? Yeah, and there's nothing in here that I really... Ajax armor. Ooh. Enter edit mode in creative space. Okay, well, let's also... Okay, we did some of this side stuff. Let's go out to Lacau Coast and talk to Dozer. See what he's got to say. And then I think we're gonna take... we're gonna do the next... Or we're gonna finish up these here. I'm gonna go around and check to see if there's any more of these... side stories. And then the next episode we will, we'll check out the Lucille exploration thing. There's a lot of really great shots. Something up there?
Good to see you.
Hi.
I was reading that Lucille report. It made me want to look to the sky. Would you mind lending me an ear as I get my thoughts together?
Sure.
Resurgent ARCS members were born to research and develop ARCs and dolls. That's it. That's all they've ever known. And the result of this ARCS development plan they were working on was... us.
Yeah.
But then, where does that leave Meteorn like you? And me?
Okay. I've theorized about this. I think that means that we're clones of prior characters.
Meteorn come from outside Alpha's atmosphere. Way beyond Lucille. I hear there's a huge station up there.
Oh.
But according to them, even the Lucilleans know nothing about it, aside from the fact that it sent out some Meteorn.
So there's even more, there's something else above this. Ah, interesting.
Seems like the people of Alpha came up with the word Meteorn in the first place. The Lucilleans called us first generation, second generation, and so on.
Okay.
Crawford and Ina are descendants of the second generation. You and me, we're third generation.
Yes.
Photon sensitivity gets stronger with each generation. But I think yours is especially strong, even for the third generation. Not that we know why that is. Even Manon and Faria say your origins are a mystery.
Am I not a clone?
We were created for a single purpose, to counter the
Am I
Stars.
actually just the same character as before?
People like us, we were born to either research or to fight.
Hmm.
In my book, that's not much different from the Lucilleans. Sorry. I didn't mean to ramble.
This camera angle makes me look huge. I mean, I am tall, but I'm not that tall.
I better get back to my post.
Oh, man. That was also a really good framed shot. All right. Is there anything else here? Let's do... Oh, there is one. Ilma. Okay. Let's head over there. We'll see what Ilma's got to say. And then if no more show up here, I might cut the episode just a little bit short, and then I'll do a run around looking around at the other areas and see if there's more of these in other places, and then probably keeping tabs on that if there are. So far, they've kind of been set to wherever the plot was, and the plot's kind of centralized here. There may be some in other places, but I do not know. Okay. He's sitting out on the ledge up over here. Oh, there you are. Oh, I thought you'd be looking out at the... Looking back? Oh!
Hey, there you
Those
are.
are... Taking a little break?
Something like that. We just bumped into each other.
Alright.
We were talking about that thing.
Oh, they were looking back up. Okay, makes sense.
Our research is coming along little by little. We're starting to learn more about Lucille.
Okay.
Feria was talking about it before. Halpha is controlled from Lucille. I mean, they were even controlling the weather from there.
Wind, rain, snow. All of it was being manipulated.
Right down to the temperature and humidity.
That makes sense.
I can't believe they had that level of control.
So I knew the whole time. I kind of did, actually.
Really? Pretty good detective work. I think you'd make a great researcher.
I mean, there were the giant things that you can see right behind them. I figured the weather... I figured the weather was being controlled somehow, so I kind of did know. I thought this place was artificial the whole time.
The Lucillans shared some new information with us. There's a place in Lucille's core that only Zepheto can enter.
And he's gone now, so...
If we can get in there, we can get all the info we still don't have.
Ah, so that's going to be the next phase of the story, then.
About the Starless and stuff.
Is there other info you want?
That would be great. Do we know of some way to get in?
Unfortunately, the teleporter we used before is still down.
They can't make it back up there.
But we did find another way to get inside Lucille.
What?
Nice.
How?
We put together a scout team right away, and they tried going. But there was some strange space in the way.
Sorry, what?
I'm very confused. I'm with Dozer here.
We're still not exactly sure what to make of
What?
it. It seems like it was being used as a testing ground before Halpha was created.
Is there another platform of continent above us in between us and Lucille and we just can't see it?
Or at least the remnants of it did. And it was really dangerous. There were a lot of enemies. It looks like it might not be so easy to get to the core. We're investigating the area and trying to figure out how to deal with it.
Okay.
Interesting. Be sure to keep us posted.
You bet. I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay. Is there any more? I don't see any more here. I'm going to run through the rest of this real quick and see if there's any in these other places. I got 6-ish minutes left in this episode normally, so I'm just gonna quick teleport around, see if there's anything else. And if not, we're going to end off the episode there. So we will see how it goes. Looks like we may have one more here. We've got Nadara down here in the plant. So there was one that wasn't in the regular areas. Or back in Halpha, or Alio.
You're here.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, a most unusual place to meet.
I'd say, yeah. What are you doing here?
I was told that this plant resembles the one in McQuad.
Yes.
I wanted to examine it myself. The similarities really are uncanny.
I mean, they're probably the same thing.
Hilma was telling me something. According to the Lucillans, there are plants like this everywhere.
Not surprised. Even outside of Halva?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh.
The west coast of Alio is constantly under attack. That's why Alio town was so essential. Maybe there's a plant somewhere out there.
It is quite possible.
Okay.
The Lycians believe that many are no longer operational, but they do not know for certain.
How do we get control of the plants?
Nothing has changed in that regard. No matter what the Lycians tell us, our hands are tied.
Which means that for now, there's no way to put a stop to their production.
Right. We have no choice but to approach the problem with care.
That would change the core gameplay of the game right now. So I'm assuming they wouldn't change something like that unless you can actually move to a whole separate location. All right. Was that... Are we... Oh, we're back? Yes? Alright, are there any more? It looks like that... Well, I guess if we did one with Nadara, maybe we have to go check Ritem again. I don't know. But I think that's all the time we've got for this episode. Like and subscribe if you like the episode. Ring that bell if you'd like to see more. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!